step up to the fight, playing with powers they don't understand. Will they fuck it all up or will they save the land? Treachery, vanity, loitering and worse. They are their own worst enemies. These fuckers only know curse. Authors and dragons. Authors and dragons. Their powers combined, a group of fantasy authors take on a sadistic games master. Will they survive? Let's listen with our ears. Authors and dragons! Authors and dragons!
So hi everybody, welcome to the second annual Con Carolina's Authors and Dragons podcast. I'm beyond thrilled to have these guys back again. And they didn't know it, but they have a little present coming their way right before they get started. So we got up Sarah.
Hello. On behalf of the junior adventurers, gentlemen, and I use the term very loosely,
Rightly so.
I have your badges. Oh my gosh. So, for Bjorn Bjornsson, you have the 15th Plague badge, the Barbarian Stealth badge, which both glitters and glows in the dark.
Oh my god.
So everyone will know how stealthy you are. And of course, floral arrangement, because you've worked very hard for that.
So hard.
Yes. All right.
Daily.
I have these in order. Bendigo the Fantastical. For you, we have the Eye of the Tiger badge for inspiring confidence
That's
through rock and
amazing.
roll. The Elk Thumping badge for your epic manager fight. The Bardic Diplomacy badge, which is a blackjack. Silas Kane, for you, we have the Prince Adam badge for managing to find a safe place to be whenever there is a mysterious hero present. This one just appeared out of nowhere. It is the Silas Kane badge for effective use of non-existent items in battle. And the Evil Quiche badge.
Oh.
Yes. All right. Robert Bevan. Klaus Richter.
Is there that much of a difference?
I don't think so. All right, for you. You have the technically not evil badge. Which, if you become a turtle pimp, is getting revoked.
Team Squid.
Okay. The golden bladder badge for masterful urinary feats. A well badge, because, I mean, there's no ending to it, but if I'm going to do all this, I got to at least get you a well. It's got to be right. All right, Brandon Thighmaster, for you, the Master Fister badge, which employs advanced glitter technology, so it's extra gaudy.
Nice.
The Best Boat Guy badge, and a humble as fuck badge. No longer have a broom. You'll at least have this.
This is how Star Wars should have ended.
For the ringmaster of the shit show, the Cat Wrangler badge for managing to turn this story into an actual story despite monumental odds. The Mel Blanc badge, which is for creating and voicing all of the NPCs that we love to love. And the Int Check badge for your almost supernatural ability to ask your players to roll an intelligence check rather than shouting, dear God, how can I make this more obvious?
I hope you're braced for some of that tonight.
And because you are my cohort and an official, you also.
Aww. Let's have a big hand to Sarah. Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
There's one other thing, Drew and Evan. If you look underneath your badges, there is a bonus item. It is a bladder status token.
Oh.
Just to help you keep track.
Oh my goodness.
We should probably also.
Where's the camera, Steve? Right? Yeah.
Yes. Our extra shout out.
Yes, an extra shout out. All at once now.
Fuck you, Mark! If that made no sense to any of you, you've got catching up to do.
And guess what, folks? Because we're at Con Carolinas and we're all about the fucking fans. And because we are the worst adventuring party in the goddamn history of role-playing games, we're promising you one thing and one thing only tonight. Motherfuckers, this is going to be the best game ever. Give it up for Mikey Mason, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't have a microphone, so I'm going to sing really loud, but that shouldn't stop you from trying to out-sing me. If you happen to know the words. Do you happen to know the words? No? Okay. All you need to know are best game ever. You ready? It was the best game ever. Traps and riddles were so clever. And hardly any of our party even died. Except for John, but he deserved it. He kept doing really dumb shit. When we split his magic items up, I swear to God he almost cried. And when he came back in the game with his new gnome thief mage assassin, we took all his gear again and sold him as a slave. Best game ever. It was the best game ever. It was the best game ever. I took his set of +4 leather. Then we hopped on board the block train, let it take us for a ride. But then John came back, and this time he played a druid who refused to leave the forest and always tried to start a fight. And that's exactly what he did with this poor farmer on the outskirts of the town, who turned out to be a god in disguise. Best game ever! John's Druid's head got severed, and he came back in the game while we were going through this cave to slay a dragon. This time he played a barbarian who hated both our magic users, but carried a sword of magic flame. And when we reached the dragon's lair, he argued tactics for an hour, till we fed into the dragon, then we killed it in 3 rounds. Best game ever! Just a note here on the song. The character's name isn't actually John. It's George. George is the one who does this. And how many of you are in a gaming group here? Yeah. How many of you in the gaming groups know exactly who the George in your gaming group is? Yeah. You'll be glad you raised your hand.
All
If you're in a group and you don't know who the George is. Yeah. If you only raised your hand once, I got bad news for you. And as we wound down the adventure back in town inside the tavern, there was John as a half-elf, half-orcish illusionist. Handed out our treasure, he insisted on attempting to seduce the barmaid, laughing as he cried and raised her fist until we all picked up our weapons.
slaying dragons, got some treasure raising flagging, and we racked up the XP, and we will never have to deal with George's bullshit in another game again. That is at least until next week, because he is our DM's brother. Mom won't let us game here in their basement anymore, unless we say that Josh was right. And yeah, I know you had to be there, but I swear by all that's holy, victory was never sweeter than it was today. Best game ever. And because I'm a whore, I have a show tonight at 10:30, and it's the Uncensored Show, 10:30 in the main programming. See you guys.
You can find his shit online, find his videos on YouTube, go buy his music. He's fucking awesome.
Friends, we're all here to have fun tonight, but it would be remiss of me as a public figure to not bring up certain injustices in the world.
Start over.
Costco has recently discontinued its brand of light beer. I have for my friends the last 6 cans of Kirkland Light.
This is the time when if we were better people, we'd pour one out for our homies. Fuck our homies.
Or if we were worse people, we would just pour it out, period.
Memento mori.
All right, everyone, we have had some fun, but it is time to get started. And as you know, at every live event, Authors and Dragons is always sponsored by Showing Up Drunk.
Kirkland Light.
I assume many of you know who we are already. You're wearing the t-shirt, so that's kind of a giveaway. But we're going to go ahead and do our introductions anyway for the people at home and the new folks who wandered in because they heard a crowd of screaming drunks. John.
What? I didn't do it. Oh, fuck. Yeah. That usually gets edited out. Hi, I'm John Hartness, and I'll be playing the role of Fandingo the Fantastical. Still true, and fuck you, Mark. In real life, I'm the publisher of Falstaff Books, and I write a bunch of shit. Come downstairs, buy it tomorrow when we're done, or find me on johnhartness.com and buy my shit online.
I'm Joseph Brassey. I play the role of Bjork Bjornsson, enthusiastic positive masculinity barbarian. I was an author on the Mongoliad Project, and my 2 books, Skyfarer and Dragon Road, are available from Angry Robot. I'm downstairs, I fight with swords, and I'm a big dumbass. Woo! Woo!
Hi everyone, my name is Rick Gualtieri, and I play Silas Kane, noble paladin of... God, I can't fucking say. And I also play the mysterious Arrows of Gods. In real life, I write the Tome Bill comedy horror series, as well as several others, including the recently released Devil Hunters, and, which came out yesterday, The Legend of Jimmy Headshot, our newest Shingles book. Hello, friends. My name is Robert Bevan. I play the role of Klaus Richter, notorious ROG. With me for his first appearance on the show, Rod Weasley Jeremy. I write the Caverns and Creatures series of comedy, fantasy, novels, and short stories.
Hi there, I'm Steve Webberall. I'll be playing Brandon Firemaster, the sexually attractive monk. In real life, I'm not as sexually attractive. But I do write the comedy fantasy series The Doomslayer Journeys, recently acquired by Falstaff Books.
Now, Steve, you worked too hard on this costume not to stand up and give it a spin.
We just ate.
Whoa, not all at once. Back, people, back. Podcast, there was a wild stampede toward the shit. There's a camera. Never mind. As always with the spin, I am the ringmaster of this shit show. Just check the button. I am the GM, Drew Hayes, author of books such as Superpowers, NPCs, Fred the Vampire Accountant. I'm downstairs. Come see me. Blah. The fun part is play it. So let's get into it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let you know we do have some laptops out, but that's purely for recording and keeping track of our character sheet. You don't need a map or anything. We keep these real tight and simple in the live game, so it's easy to follow along.
We keep it pretty simple on the regular games because I'm stupid.
I'm going to set my bladder to full.
God help me, there's no way that's not coming up in this game. When last we left our intrepid adventurers, they were on an island of giants and had just gone through a mysterious door marked Shelter. As they walk down into a chamber, they come out into a, well, fuck me, chamber.
Whoa.
Downstairs into a chamber. It is perfectly circular. There is a single divot on one hole, and go ahead and give me perception checks.
I don't like the sound of this.
Should we go over the drinking rules? Or
Oh.
I think we know them.
Every time you want to drink, drink.
All right. Bjorg rolls a 16.
Brandon Flymaster rolled a 16.
Bendigo rolls a 14.
Silas rolls a 6.
Come along.
I thought you were pulling out money for a second.
Klaus rolls a 13.
Ooh. All right. Everybody can see that there are 6 pedestals within the area, all equally spaced out. In the center, there is a statue. Everyone who beat 10 can see that the statue is holding an hourglass that flips over as soon as you walk in, and the door slides down behind you. It's not easy to tell how long that hourglass will run, but if you were to guess, probably one podcasting session at a con.
Does that include the text setup?
It did.
This is a strangely arbitrary device. What do you make of it, my friends?
Oh, I'm not done.
Oh,
there's more.
Never mind.
So the divot that you can see if you got 15, that it's very small. It looks like a keyhole. It's next to the statue. Everybody who beat 15 can also see statue has the hourglass in this hand, an open right hand. And anybody who beat 20 can see that there's a rune on the back. And now, the pedestals. There are 6 pedestals, each with a stone object on top. They are a sword, a book, a staff, an orb, a mug, and a scorpion.
Klaus, I think you know which one to go for.
Klaus goes for the mug.
All right.
Not quite what I meant.
Klaus, you can walk over and pick up the mug.
Is there booze in it?
There is not. It is a stone mug. It is heavy. It is mug-shaped. There's not much more to give you.
There will be booze in it.
There could be booze in it.
Silas will go over and grab the book.
Silas has picked up the book.
Is there anything written on the book?
It's a stone book. No.
Just your speed.
Bjorn will walk over to the sword and pick it up and examine it.
It is heavy. It is stone. It is a sword.
So,
But how sword?
If it weren't so unwieldy and made of stone, you could swing it.
Ah!
so all the stuff you've been picking up, is it cool or is it just heavy and made of rock?
I think things that are heavy and made of rock are very cool.
You know, Brandon,
I should consider my audience.
Brandon Firemaster suspects that this time there's no way that the scorpion will be an obvious trap. It's just the law of averages.
What are you doing?
I think I'm just. Brandon Firemaster really quickly picks up the scorpion.
Why would you?
You are holding a stone scorpion in your hand. It is stone. It is shaped like a scorpion.
What's left? An orb and what?
Let's see. They are sword, orb, book, staff, scorpion, ale mug.
Yeah, I guess Fandingo will go pick up the orb.
All right. You are holding a stone orb. It's very smooth. Still stone.
Fandingo's gonna roll it along the floor and see if he can like go bowling for Klaus.
Roll me a dex check.
Should I roll anything?
Yeah. Go ahead and just roll me a dex check. If someone's throwing, someone has to be dodging.
Not necessarily.
That's true. That's true.
Sometimes there is no dodging at all.
Sometimes pitchers find willing catchers.
And sometimes you natural one and throw the orb into your own head.
But this time Fandingo rolls a 14.
Oh, all right. You bowl the stone orb toward Klaus. Klaus, what'd you get?
Klaus rolls a 27.
Klaus jumps over that thing. It is only about yay big.
Bjorg is going to carry the sword over to the statue and like poke it with it.
You are poking stone with stone. It's thrilling entertainment.
Not very responsive.
Silas is going to walk over with the book and show the statue the love of the god he can no longer say and smash it over the statue's head.
Roll me a strength check.
Okay.
Am I getting collateral from this?
That's pretty good.
20.
Nice. You smash it so hard that you feel your arms hurt as it basically an unstoppable object. So 3 damage as you injure yourself, just like full swing.
Is it literally just like bump bump?
Yeah, pretty much.
So it doesn't shatter.
It's another cunning trap.
Fandingo picks up the staff.
All right. You're holding the staff. It's stone. It's staff shaped. I think they all know the drill by this point.
You give us credit.
Hey Brandon, put your scorpion back on one of these pedestals.
Look at tell me what to do with the scorpion. Okay?
I would tell you what not to do with the scorpion, but we could go into uncomfortable places and maybe Edgar would show up.
But I am quite pleased that my deduction about this scorpion not being an obvious trap this time, because of the law of averages, turned out to be correct. And I think you guys should show me some respect for that.
Do you actually know what the law of averages means?
Not really, no. I heard somebody say it, and well, I'm putting the scorpion in the statue's hand.
Oh, okay. You have put the scorpion in the statue's hand. As soon as it touches the hand closes around it. There's kind of a flash. The scorpion starts to glow, and suddenly tiny scorpions have popped up all over the room.
Very, very good, Brandon. It was not an obvious trap. For this crew, that was a very subtle trap.
Bjorg is going to look at Brandon and go, "Why are you like this?"
Also, Brandon, you take 3 damage as scorpions surge forth and run over you.
Why didn't I see this coming?
Who could have possibly known?
Is the orb still on the ground?
Yep. Everything is where you leave it. Nothing is moving around except the glowing scorpion in the hand.
Okay, so the hand is not reopened.
The hand is not reopened.
Is the scorpion still glowing?
Yes.
Bjorg is going to take the stone sword and poke the glowing scorpion.
You poke, nothing. Not a budge, not a wiggle, not an ounce. What the hell? Let's just go for it. Intelligence checks?
Klaus rolls a 6.
Brandon rolls a 7.
Bjorg rolls a 13.
Silas gets a 17.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Dangerous times.
I'm not comfortable with that. A smart Silas would be dangerous.
Fandingo rolls a natural 20.
Oh.
That's fantastic.
Fandingo, you remember that rune on the back of the statue that nobody's really fucked with at all?
I never saw it.
You've walked around enough now, you can all have seen it.
Huh. What does that rune say?
It's just an arcane rune.
Alright, I'm gonna... Is it just drawn in there? Or can I...
It's etched, like it's etched into the back, and there's a slight glow to it now that it's holding the scorpion.
I poke it.
Hand pops open, scorpion pops out.
Okay.
The scorpions vanish, but they take one more swipe at Brandon Thighmaster before they go.
What do the scorpions have against me?
But they
What did
roll
I
a
ever
12,
do?
so they don't get anything.
Bjorg is going to look at the open hand, look at the place the scorpions come from, kind of consider as though he's deducing something, then immediately go and put the sword in the hand.
Okay. Hand closes around the sword starts to glow, and the statue takes a swing at you.
All right.
18, that will hit.
That will hit.
Yeah. That's without bonuses. 7 damage.
Ow!
Bendigo pushes the button again.
That was painful, but it seems to speak my language.
Silas wants a piece of that. He will put the book in the hand.
Hold
We're
it.
gonna kill ourselves.
The statue's mouth opens and it begins to speak. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
It seems to be stuck on Dickens.
Speaking of Dickens.
That was a squeaker.
Klaus is going to fill the mug.
Oh no! God damn it!
And place it in the hand.
Okay, so I know what the mug's original effect was. But I'm going to go 50-50 on seeing if this changes thing any. Bevan, evens or odds?
Odds.
Why is he
Survey,
always pulling his dick out?
By the way, you want to be right on this one. 19. Okay. You are fortunate. The pee in the mug does not change what begins to rain from the ceiling.
No golden showers, please!
For a minute, you do all have a heart spasm of fear as yellow gold liquid begins to drop down. But then you recognize the smell and you're like, oh, that's ale. That's just ale falling from the ceiling at a precipitous precipitous speed and not draining anywhere.
Bendigo's not pushing the button. He's lying on
I would have preferred the other 4 to get magically pissed on than me not to.
You missed the part where the ceiling is literally raining ale.
I mean, that's good.
Say what you know about Klaus. He knows what he's about.
It's not quite toilet gin, but it's the closest we've gotten.
Does Klaus appear to be enjoying the rain of ale?
I do.
Push the button.
Honestly, thank God, I was afraid you were all going to die like geese with your heads in the air. The ale mug pops out. Everybody roll me dex saves. Everybody who's been around this, yeah, that's everybody.
Yeah.
You've all put shit in that.
4.
12.
Klaus rolls an 11.
13.
Nah, we have advantage.
Whatever's first. Which one? Yep, hold on. Forget that. Let me just roll the stupid.
Yeah, just do the die.
23.
All right.
Bendigo rolls 21.
All right. If you beat 10, you jump back fast enough to not get Klaus's piss from the ale in your shoes. Because the mug just goes boom and splashes up.
Is it still whole?
Yes, everything that has dropped from the hand is undamaged. You have not seen any of these chip, crack, scar, anything.
I rolled a
Okay.
4.
Okay.
Bendigo's going to go get the orb and put the orb in the hand.
Ooh, that's a fun one. The orb begins to glow, magical power accumulates, and a wave of energy washes out, smashing into you for 6 damage.
That's not a fun one.
FYI, it's gathering another charge.
Fun for the rest of us. Push the button.
The orb goes sailing out.
And push the button.
All right, what are the other ones lying around?
The staff I have in my other hand. Hey Bjorn, you want to put the stick in its hand?
Bjorg is going to look at Fendingo, like, squint at him for a long time, then say, okay. I wonder what will happen. Plunk.
Joe, why don't you do me a favor and roll this d10?
Oh boy. I'm gonna turn pink, aren't I?
Ooh,
5.
done that.
Oh, okay. Very middle of the road. So, the statue grabs it, the staff begins to glow, sparks, a Single shot of magic fires out, striking into Bjorg, turning him into a sheep.
Can I still speak?
I mean, buying is technically speaking, so I guess.
Bah!
Does it seem to be gathering another charge?
Very slowly, you see more kind of magic pulling in.
Bah!
I'm gonna roll an intelligence check to see, like, who is probably the greatest threat to, like, to Sheep Bjorg.
Bah!
Wow. But I roll a natural one.
I mean, the obvious answer is probably Clammy Hands Edgar, but...
Alright, I got an idea. I think I got this figured out. Alright, Klaus. Push the rune button.
Okay, the staff pops out. Bjorg, you're still a sheep.
Alright, that's fine.
Bah!
Don't worry, Bjorg, I got this. Klaus puts the mug in the statue's hand.
Closes, ale begins raining.
Yes. Push the button.
So I have a question. Can this sheep rage?
Yes. You see a deep fury in the sheep's eyes.
Huh.
Have we tried everything?
I'm just trying to
Not
decide
our
whether it's
numbers.
worth it to put the staff back in the statue's hand. So, Bendigo's going to stand behind the statue and kind of like hold the staff out as far as he can while standing behind the statue,
Okay.
and put the staff in the statue's hand.
Ooh, that'll be fun. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6s roll again.
What?
Oh, roll again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brandon Thighmaster, why don't you go ahead and roll me this d10?
Thanks, John. 6.
All right, with a 6, slightly better than a sheep. You're a ram. You actually have natural defenses, like horns.
I'm not sure how I conveyed to Bjork that I am slightly better than him. But I feel that's immediately important. You two should fuck.
So,
Got it covered.
so we got Ramden Thighmaster here.
Oh.
Told you guys I was going to destroy my throat.
What else is in the room? No, I'm not pushing
Barnyard.
A sword, a book, a staff, an orb, a scorpion, an ale mug, and the statue. And the keyhole.
We could put. Do we have a key?
You do not have a key.
That'd be really convenient.
Is there a key like hanging anywhere on the statue?
There is not.
We could put Bjorg on the hand.
Let's try it with Brandon first. He looks way less pissed off about being a sheep.
Yeah, horns or no horns, you don't want to fuck with the
slightly
sheep.
better
Bjorg is going to trot. So sheep Bjorg is going to trot over and piss on Klaus's leg.
Oh, sweet, sweet vengeance.
Shall I make a dexterity check?
You may.
Should I make an attack roll?
Hang on, Klaus. For the guy who wanted piss to come out of the ceiling, it bears asking, do you want to move out of the way?
I wanted piss to fall on them, and I was willing to take that bullet.
What am I rolling?
Just a d20, add strength.
Add strength.
Oh,
Natural 20!
Oh.
That's going up to your neck.
Klaus, what'd you save with?
A 16.
All right, that's pretty good. So he won't get you too bad. It won't get you in the face.
Hey, you know what? Natural 20. I'm impressed.
Uh,
That's some mighty fine sheep pissing.
The nose is pissed.
Sheep Bjorg flips over onto his back and begins to urinate wildly, flinging back and forth, spraying it like a garden hose. And manages to douse Klaus a few times with the persistent, aggressive stream. This is not where I thought my career would be, by the way. But I'm so happy about it.
This is kind of exactly where I thought we were.
Running the game with a shirt that implies turtle fucking. Available on authorsanddragons.com.
It's not that big a step up. Sideways?
Down. By the way, Bevan, this is good beer.
Yeah.
Just don't fucking talk about it.
Available nowhere but sadness.
So, listeners, if your local Costco has Kirkland Light,
Buy it for Bevan.
buy it for Bevan. Buy it for Klaus. Buy it for Ron Weasley, Jeremy.
Just make that a hashtag. Buy it for Bevan. Have everybody spam Costco. Costco. What the fuck is all that?
What the fuck is a Bevan?
Yeah. Why are these people making like weird weasel dick jokes? I don't get it. Is this the kids? Is this millennials?
Kirkland Light for my weasel friend.
All right, Fendigo's gonna push the button now.
All right. Pops out.
Try see what happens if I place two objects touching my hand at the same time.
You can, I guess, roll me a dex to try and balance it on an open hand, because none of these are small, really. Like, they all occupy a sizable amount, so you're just trying to, like, set it down in the center of each of them. Obviously, you don't even need the dex check. They're just both going to fall off. They're not balanced.
So no.
Klaus will put the mug on the hand.
Ale begins to rain from the ceiling.
A random fire master would like to ram, not in a sexual way. I want to hurry this along. As much as I enjoy being the superior quadruped, I want to get the superior human. So it attacks for. I don't know. How does a ram attack? Is that strength? Is that dex?
We'll just go with strength for ease.
Okay, 17.
What's my armor class?
He's attacking Klaus with the statue.
Oh, Klaus.
Oh,
Oh, definitely
I've got
Klaus.
nothing against the statue. The statue's not trying to drown me in ale.
I'm feeding you.
All your clothes are damp with ale, by the way, and your respective fur.
This is Jeremy.
Ron Weasley Jeremy is on your shoulder with his own head back.
It's always good to know that
You've
we've
been
taken
feeding
this
him
weasel
ale for
bait an
weeks.
alcoholic.
He's an alcoholic.
I could suck on his fur.
Isolate that.
Wow.
My armor class is a 17. So that hits.
Yeah. All right, you smash into him.
Are we locked in here?
Yes.
Free.
The good news is, though, the timer is still going, so maybe something happened when that runs out. Bev, you take 3 damage.
Okay.
Is Bjorg capable of moving any objects onto the hand? Are any of them grabbable with his sheep mouth?
Logistically, you could grab the scorpion. The ale would be too, or the orb would be too big. You could get the ale mug, the scorpion, and the book. The staff would be too unwieldy for you to try and get that angle, and the sword and orb would be too heavy or cumbersome for us.
Don't act like you've planned this out and written it down.
Bjorg is going to grab the scorpion because he's pissed. And he's going to trot the scorpion over and start clambering up on his forelegs to put it in the hand.
Give me a dex.
11 plus 12.
Fendigo wants to poke Sheep Bjorg with the staff and stop that, there's fucking scorpions.
Yeah, as you are all dealing with Ramden Thigh Master beating up Klaus, Sheep Bjorg has put the scorpion back in, and scorpions are a-coming. Now, interestingly, they don't seem to be bothering these two. They are only going after you 3 now. So,
Fuck the fucking button.
1, 2, 2. Silas Kane. Oh, they only get a 9. You survived the first round. For now.
Well, they're only going after Silas Bucket.
I'm out of those magical arrows, so anything I shoot at you will be real.
In Bjorg's sheep-like crossbar eyes, there is a gleam of satisfaction.
Push the button.
Alright, I got an idea. A different one this time.
I don't believe you.
My dire elk penis pants are getting uncomfortable.
Oh, God damn
They're
it!
always uncomfortable.
For those wondering, Klaus skinned the skin off a giant testicle from an elk in Tana, ate it leather. He just wrapped it around his legs and sewed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the pants.
I didn't take that proficiency. I did my best. I would like to pull the dire elk penis over the hand.
God! This game is going to end when we all transform into penises.
I need a new beer for that. Okay, you have mushroom stamped the hand of a magical statue.
Using the staff, Fandingo is going to try and brush the elk dick off the statue's
The
hand.
whole point is for you guys to have to touch it.
Never ever thought I'd say those words.
See if the point of the linked stone sword fits in the keyhole.
It does not. It is too wide and too thick around. It's not meant for that.
There goes Shohan, my member.
Hand to God, I'm amazed he hasn't pissed in the lock yet.
I'm
nice.
Oh,
You're the party rogue, and you haven't even looked at the lock yet.
I was busy.
Wait, is Klaus running around without pants again?
I assume I got the pants, whatever pants I had before. I mean,
You put the dick pants on over your pants?
yeah, they're like galoshes.
He's wearing penis chaps.
he really is, yeah.
Yeah, that makes a remarkable amount of sense.
It's totally in character. I'm not going to fight him on it.
Yeah, no.
Bjorg is going to walk up to Fendingo and just look at him.
I bet. Ooh, how tall is Sheep Bjorn?
I don't know, about yay high, tall enough to be able to like lean back and put the thing on the hands. So, about yay high.
Fandingo tries to ride Sheep Bjorn. Not like in a sexual way, but like as a pony.
Bjorg bucks.
Your strength. Fandango, dexterity.
I still have my strength score, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter because I rolled an 11.
It might matter if you natural ones.
He natural 12.
Fandango is continuing to ride you.
I got fistfuls of like, I don't know, what do you call
Bjork,
it?
did you remember to add your rage bonus to your strength?
No. Okay, hold on. Let me look at that.
He beat you by 1. I'm pretty sure if it's more than 1.
Yeah. No, Bjorg has his rage bonus.
Yeah. So Fandango, for a minute, you're bouncing. You're like, this isn't so bad. It's fucking sheep. And then he gets his footing, and the fury begins. You are hurled from him 100 feet away.
I'm gonna do the same thing that Fandingo did. Get in back of the statue and put the staff in the hand.
Oh, I thought you were going to try to down
There are so many options, and that's what I'm
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Fandango.
Hi.
Rick, would you pass him a D10 and just have him roll that for me?
I would gladly do that.
God damn it.
Whatever I turn into, I'm peeing on Silas.
Only Klaus and Silas can save us now.
So this is how the game ends. I always wondered.
Fandingo rolls a 9.
Oh, all right. So Fandango, that's a pretty good one. You can be a stronger, bigger creature, like a horse.
Fuck that.
A male horse or a girl horse?
You can be a male horse. It doesn't matter. You're still in a room with Robert Bevan. kills horses like Bevan.
The horse is humping Silas.
Is that the first rape in this show?
Becoming a horse does not like get you off the hook for that, man.
God damn it!
It's not a very woke horse.
It is not, I guess. Dex? That feels like a dex. Like
Both to attack and evade, right?
yeah. Dex all around. And if you fail, it's gonna be dicks all around.
Yeah.
22.
You're clear. Fandango rolls a 9.
Oh, thank God.
I feel like we just
The horse rears back and Silas just walks away.
Like, it's going to be a very
Fandango's
uncomfortable life.
hopping towards Silas.
Wait. Does he look like a demonic horse?
I don't know. Fandango was never that cool. I don't know if he gets a cool metal
I mean, he's kind
makeover.
of rearing up, getting a little like the crazy eyed, you know, as he's
attack.
It's not my eyes you're looking at now, Silas.
You draw the conclusions your character draws.
What?
Roll attack.
Oh.
We're about to find out if Horse Dingo can still cast Fireball.
24.
Yeah, that'll hit a horse.
I don't agree with a lot of Silas game decisions, but I kind of feel you had this one.
Kind of right there with you.
As a DM, I long ago found there's nothing I can do to them worse than what they'll do to themselves.
This is the Isle of Dr. Moreau. This is how it ends.
I smite the demon cock horse for
So you're shooting him in the dick.
for 14 points.
Jesus, yeah, maybe he is. Horse Dingo.
Ow, God damn it.
Yeah, you are not happy. Probably not feeling that frisky at the moment. But that's really up to you.
No, Horse Dingo's like, Horse Dingo goes around back and starts putting a hoof on the button.
The sad part is I don't know if that's what you named the horse or the horse dick. Because you literally did this as you said it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
We're not digging too deep into this. We're not going to unpack that. It's only one margarita in.
Yeah, the staff pops out, clatters to the ground. Two of you are still humanish. I think he's half elf.
Elf?
Yeah.
Racist?
Humanoid. Two of you are still humanoid.
Bjorg is jogging around the edge of the room trying to make sense of his new existence and generally being fucking pissed about it.
What is the hourglass made out of?
Clear material. I guess if you would like to.
Plexiglass.
I will grab the stone sword and swing it into it.
All right, roll my strength check.
Six.
All right, you don't do much damage to yourself. You're okay. But you notice the glass seems to be moving a little faster now, or the sand seems to be moving a little faster.
Holy shit, time's running out. Klaus puts the mug back on the hand.
Oh my god!
I redouble my efforts to hit the hourglass.
Horse Dingo rolls over and starts drinking from the ceiling.
Silas is distracted. This is awesome.
Silas, with every whack, the sand goes a little faster and a little faster. How many times do you hit it?
Three times.
Okay. Sand's moving at a brisk pace now.
Still raining beer?
Because I'm thinking.
Still raining beer.
All right. Whatever happens when that sand runs out, it really can't be much worse than this.
There's now approximately half a foot of beer in the room on the ground.
Bjorg is gonna jump up and try and hit the button with his hoops.
I mean, if you could get it the hand, you can get the button.
Okay, he's gonna hit the button.
All right, the ale mug pops out and lands with a splash in the half foot of ale at your feet.
Klaus will lie down.
For every problem, there is a solution.
Can Bjorg find the orb anywhere?
Yeah, I mean, it's only 6 inches and the orb is pretty substantial. But you can't lift it with your sheep mouth. That was
Can you
one of the
push
ones you
it?
couldn't get. You can
Can you
nuzzle
push
it,
it?
yeah.
He's gonna push it towards the hand.
That's actually pretty doable, especially with all the water
helping
helping you,
up
or
in
the ale.
ale to spite me.
No, but if we're in here much longer, horse Dingo's gonna pee in the ale just to spite you.
That arrow in your dick.
All right.
It's like a kidney stone, only pointier.
Oh,
So
God.
Bevan is Klaus is goosing it. And Silas, you have finished whacking the glass. What would you like to do as Sheep Bjorg is nuzzling the orb over? Oh God, is it all up to Silas? Oh no.
Horse Dingo can pick up the staff in his teeth and put it back in the hand.
No, I don't think it's up to Silas. Silas will bend down behind the statue.
Whoa.
Adventurers, as you are dealing with your predicament in the usual way, drinking hard, you turn away, and when you turn back, the arrow of the gods has arrived in your moment of need.
Random Fire Master tries to say, "Oh, arrow of the gods, thank God you're here," but all he says is, "Bah."
Horse Dingo prances.
Fear not, junior farmyard animal.
This is the most fucked up Richard Scarry book ever.
And that's a high bar.
And then he picks up the sword and whacks the link,
But it's cooler because it's the arrow of the gods.
It does look cooler as he slams it in.
No, take that back. Because the arrow of God, he would fire an arrow at.
He would.
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
$22.
All right, you hit. The glass gets faster, the arrow shatters, and you have made the situation objectively worse. Again.
Horse
That is a
Dingo
matter of
finds,
perspective.
Horse Dingo finds the staff and puts the staff in the statue's hand.
This is gonna be bunnies and burrows before we're done.
Fuck it, if the sheep can do it, the horse can.
Arrow of the gods. Why don't you roll me a d10?
Here you go, use this one, it's great.
Oh,
A 2.
wow. I'm pretty sure what follows is going to be one of Klaus's fantasies.
I don't even know where you're going with that.
Silas, or Arrow of the Gods, you have turned into a smaller, weaker animal. You are now a cat, still wearing the Arrow of the Gods mask for some reason, paddling through the 6 inches of ale.
I attack my natural enemy, the weasel.
Oh!
Go there.
It's going down.
This is really how this campaign ends. We all kill each other as fucking farm animals. It's very appropriate.
Or is this just the start of the animal arc?
Can we use all the shingles with something? Blade'll remake the fucking Brementown players.
I was thinking Animal Farm.
But worse.
Instead of communists, we have the behavior of the banjo player from Deliverance.
I don't know what y'all are looking at me for. You're the ones who have to make it sit.
Barney's attack. You're gonna roll or what?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Attack, I guess. Roll an attack. Do you have Ron Weasley Jeremy stats?
No.
All right. Roll an attack.
We only just got him this
Well, I'm not
week.
using my bow. What do I attack?
Just roll a d20 and tell me what you get.
A 17.
Oh fuck.
That is good. But
Claws
as
are coming out.
a tiny cat, you have a big negative to strength. Meaning you can bite at him ineffectually, but he is still a wizard's familiar, so he has some component of protection. You could get him if you rolled better.
Horse Dingo's
Probably not gonna happen.
No, probably not gonna happen.
Horse Dingo's gonna come over and like with a hoof try and separate the two scrambling.
Oh, Mr. Diplomacy now, are we?
Horse diplomacy. Okay, we need a shirt that says horse diplomacy.
There are many things that can distract Klaus Richter from a fountain of infinite ale, but when you attack Ron Weasley Jeremy, Klaus will take the dire elk dick and try and bag the cat. What's the role for that?
Sounds like attack versus dex.
I really want to just at Wizards of the Coast and ask how many GMs have had to figure out what the role is to snag a cat in a makeshift dick bag. It's dexterity.
Do we want to at them right now?
No. Let's ease them into this new 5e Authors and Dragons.
At Wizards_help.
Klaus rolls a 17.
Cat of the Gods.
Oop, that's a natural one.
It's cocked. It's cocked.
It's cattywampus. Throw it.
Cattywampus.
What?
Like a racial thing.
I don't think so. I hope not.
Like against
Nope, that
cats.
is a horrible miss. I miss.
Oh, okay. You scoop up a fair amount of ale, which pours back through your terribly crafted chaps, but you do get the cat.
All right, I'll slam it against
This is how Silas dies.
No, just the arrow of the gods. Silas is somewhere else.
Silas is somewhere safe.
Yeah. Cat arrow of the gods takes 4 damage.
Ramsden Firemaster still has loyalty to the Arrow of the Gods, even though he is now a lesser animal. He will attack Klaus. For 13.
that does not hit, and this is the second time you've attacked me.
For the record, no one has pushed the button, so the staff is building up another chart.
Oh, you're right.
Oh.
We'll give you 3 more actions. If none of those is pushing the button, it's gonna go off.
Oh, Fendingo. Horse
And,
Dingo is like actively blocking the button at this point.
Okay. Horse Dingo is blocking the button. Sheep Bjorg.
Sheep Bjorg has sunk into the ale and is gargling it.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
You're not just drowning your sorrows, you're drowning yourself.
You're in pants, and you two are fighting.
Yeah, Klaus will swing the cat dick bag at
Arrow of the Gods.
I'm Puss in Dick Boots.
God, this went Lord of the Flies fast.
Oh yeah, that's so different from our normal games.
Good
Arrow of the Gods. Roll me a d20.
7.
Okay, you are still in the bag.
After another round,
Brandon,
will be half in the bag.
I just want to picture this. You're attacking me with a cat in a deer penis.
Yep.
elk.
Elk penis. Okay, right. Well, that's
Giant elk.
a giant elk penis. Okay. This is not how I wanted to die.
But it's how you knew you always would.
Yeah.
It's not the death you want, but it's probably the death you deserve.
Reflecting
Yeah,
back
again,
on his time.
I don't know if I have a proficiency in this weapon, so
You definitely do not.
I was thinking I couldn't imagine that he wouldn't.
Yeah. I mean, there is Cat of Nine Tails, but this is taking the word a little far.
Klaus rolls a 14.
What's my AC as a ram?
Probably around 14.
Probably around a 14.
That feels about right.
And so do they both take damage?
Yes, they do. They both take 1 damage.
Do we all keep our regular HP?
Yeah, because that's way too much work. I'm not gonna fuck with that.
And we would have to figure that shit out.
Yeah.
And as you have all been dicking around, we're gonna go ahead and discharge the staff again.
Woo!
All right, let's see it. Horse Dingo. Roll me a d10.
Well, 10.
You are human again.
I've never been human.
Fair enough. Well, you are now.
He lost his elf side?
Yeah.
My dick is bigger. Or you're a bigger dick.
And you'll die sooner.
Push the button.
Staff pops out.
Take the staff. Can I run up the stairs?
There are no stairs. You're stuck in a room.
Yeah, but we came downstairs to get in the room.
And the door's shut behind you.
Push on the door with a stick.
I guess roll me
He's
strength.
literally leaving us all as fucking farm animals.
I got a bigger dick out of this deal.
I have a giant penis.
Bjorg is
I
going to
didn't roll for dick size when we started the game.
Bjorg is going to charge.
To be fair, he didn't roll when we started the game. He rolled when deciding if an attack was strong enough to rip his penis off.
Fandango rolls a 19 on a strength check.
Oh God, it's not gonna work. But man, you're going well.
As this is happening, Bjorg charges Fandango.
Roll me an attack. Jeez. You know, I saw this going a lot of ways, but you all turning on each other immediately was probably one I should have seen.
Alright, do I get my regular attack bonus?
Just roll and I'll tell you.
You've been lying in a puddle of ale.
13.
Strength. What's your normal strength? 4. Okay. That's gonna be lesser because you're at. And yeah, how much is your rage bonus?
I think it brings it to a total of like +6.
Okay,
It's
so
okay,
take it
your
down
4 gets
2.
you there.
So yeah, you have a 15 against you.
Oh, never mind. Fuck you, sheep.
You are weaker as a sheep.
So where are we in the bladder?
It's been like minutes. You're refilling, but it's gotta, go all the way down the tube into the circle.
Yeah.
I learned all my medical stuff from old Anacid commercials.
Yeah, I don't really care about getting out. I'm just, Fandango's just holding the stick way too high for sheep Bjorg to reach.
I only wanted to teach Brandon Timemaster, you don't attack me, but I still got a grudge against Arrow of the Gods for attacking Ron Weasley Jeremy, so I'm just gonna keep swinging them around.
Cat Arrow of the Gods. Constitution check.
I think it's safe to say that whatever fate we get here, we deserve.
Oh, 1,000%. But that was true long before you ever stepped in this room.
Right.
18.
You do not throw up.
Stay strong, Arrow of the Gods.
That's good because instead of just having like dick slime,
Yeah.
elk dick slime on you, then you'd have your puke and elk dick slime. That would be better.
I've probably peed in there too.
Plus the dead semen.
That would be the least of your offenses in there.
Oh god. How much sand is left in the hourglass?
Oh, it's going fast. I mean, we're going to have to take questions, so it's going fast.
Is there a key anywhere in this fucking place?
Did anyone think to look for a key?
Well, I asked if there was anything else in the room.
You would have to somehow divert Bjorg from trying to get the staff. He's still going.
I have a question. Is there a key in the dick bag?
No, there is just a lot of elk viscera.
I tried. Viscera.
And now there's 6 inches of ale in the floor.
Well, probably 5. Y'all have been drinking pretty hard.
That's true.
Credit where credit is due.
So all of the pedestals are clear. There are no boxes or anything else in the room. Are the pedestals, can we knock the pedestals over to look under them?
Give it a try.
Okay, I try to knock the pedestal over to look under it.
It falls down. It's smooth stone underneath.
I knock the rest of them over to look under them.
Also smooth stone.
There are no keys under the pedestals.
Ah!
Can I knock the statue over?
Give it a try.
I knock the statue over.
You do not.
Okay. God damn it.
Yeah.
Humans suck. I put the staff back in the hand. Tired of being human.
And I'm gonna need a D10.
All right. 10.
You are human again.
Yes!
Bullshit.
What the fuck?
Hi, Bjork.
What the fuck?
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
No, it didn't.
Are you guys always this tall? weird.
At one point I was smaller.
At one
Then I got bigger. Then I became a sheep.
Well, you were blue for a while, and that was kind of neat.
This wasn't.
I didn't mind being a horse.
I'm not going to delve into that. What do we do?
I think it's time for the old standby. Intelligence checks.
Our normal standby is we just always assume we fail.
You know what?
Class rolls a 13.
I got a pretty good intelligence check, but I am a ram.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Bjorg rolls a 6.
Well, that's about on par. That feels right.
Fendingo rolls a 17.
18.
Light
God's
bulb.
kind of busy spinning in a circle, so he only gets a 6.
Yeah. Class, do you even want to bother?
Oh, Klaus rolled a 13.
Okay, let's bring it. Fandingo and Ramden Thighmaster. Still not totally comfortable saying that one.
Ramden Thighmaster.
You both think, okay, so that staff is clearly like turning things into other things. But, you know, we haven't actually tried to put anything in its path. We just keep hiding behind, putting it down and letting it randomize.
Okay, I convey that to the rest of the group.
Hey, Ramden, stand there. I'm gonna let the staff shoot you.
Oh, fuck it, we've come this far. Yeah, okay.
All right. Ramden, you're going to get real close. Make sure it's going right to you.
Sure.
All right. G10.
9.
You are a horse.
Push the button, put the staff back in real quick.
But can I try something first?
What would you like to try while you're spinning your cat bag?
Yeah, I thought, the staff couldn't break the hourglass. Could a dick bag with a cat in it?
There's only one way to know for sure.
Attack. Klaus rolls a 5.
Klaus, with all the ale and elk dick viscera kind of just coating this thing, you're swinging, and it just goes sailing.
No.
Lucky for you, there's 5 inches of ale to land in.
Lucky for me.
Lucky for the cat.
I think the appropriate sound effect for this is spat.
Splump.
Hey, you go get
Get it.
Cat of the Gods.
Say what?
Bjorg, will you go wash off Cat of the Gods in the ale?
You know, when I was 9 years old, I headbutted a grown man to death. This is grosser.
So you're saying this is not where you thought your career would go?
I'm a barbarian. I don't have assumptions. I will go off and wash the Cat of the Gods off in beer.
Are you still doing the change out thing, Fandingo?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep changing.
All right.
I'm gonna keep.
I forgot to ask, am I a majestic horse?
Yeah, why not? You got a 9.
Yeah, I'm not standing for it.
Horse and Thighmaster walks off? I don't know what a cute one for that is. Equine Thighmaster.
There we go.
Equine Thighmaster.
Even sounds majestic.
Kind of does. Your horse abs are stunning.
Stand up and show it to us.
Anyway, just let him drink it in. Imagine I'm a horse.
Instead of just the ass.
All right, we will just, if you go, oh no, you left, never mind. All right, what are you going to do next?
Who are you talking to?
You just finished throwing Fandingo. He's not doing anything. He walks away. So you're going to put the staff in again? What are you going to? All right, we're going back to randomized.
Bjorg is hiding behind the statue.
So's Fendingo.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. Equine Thighmaster.
Take this from me.
It's not me, it's the dice.
Oh,
They do as they please.
fate. 6.
I think you're back to being a ram.
Oh, for God's sake.
I breathed a sigh of relief that he didn't turn into a squid.
Would that have made the feelings too complicated?
Yeah, I just want to end this now. Ramden Thighmaster will pick up the scorpion statue in his mouth and step in front of the randomized magic with the statue. just to see if we can accelerate our demise.
Okay.
So he's standing there in the zap zone.
With the scorpion statue in his mouth, I
Oh
believe.
yeah, push the button, lift the staff, drop the staff.
Okay, roll me a dex. Or just roll me a d20.
12.
That's good enough. You lean back, kind of old school Matrix bullet time style, let the zap hit the scorpion, and it changes into a key.
Whoa.
Oh, I know, right? Oh, yeah. The polymorphing spell changes things.
I am not sure if it's possible for a ram to look smug. I tried really hard.
That's funny, the rest of us are pretty sure it's possible for a ram to look smug.
That is Bjorg looks up from washing the cat in beer. That is the smuggest looking ram I've ever seen. And I'm from the north. I've seen a lot of sheep. Not like that. Don't be gross.
Shit just got awkward.
Disgusting southerners.
They look more surprised than smug.
You tried to throw your horse dick on Silas, and now things have gotten awkward?
That was pretty par for the course.
That's fair. You are a bard.
I mean, it's...
So, you have a key in your mouth. I don't know what you want to do with that, but...
Swallow it.
Snatch defeat from the jaws of victory.
I'm not going to do that. That's absolutely what you would have done. And I respect that. But I'm just going to, I guess, what is the mouth dexterity around? Can I just unlock the door? Because I don't trust any of these fuckers.
I mean, you can give it, you can always roll for it. But remember, it's a keel on the ground under 5 inches of ale, so
You could
roll
probably
well.
trust Bjorn.
Ron Weasley, Jeremy, and I we know the end is coming. We're gonna go nose deep at the ale.
Yeah. So
Remember,
Klaus-
we just washed dick juice coated Silas. Or
Well, I'll
Cabin.
go in a different part of the room.
It hasn't spread yet.
I marinated all that beer.
For every problem, a solution.
Kirkland Light.
You know what? It is cold, delicious Kirkland Light.
This is pretty good beer.
I can still give it to you in the fantasy world, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's right. The arrow of the gods is a cat. Klaus is eminently untrustworthy. I don't know what to think about Fandango anymore. I'm going to give the key to Bjork.
Bjork will hold up the key, thinking for a second that he hears a certain Zelda music in his head. And then he's going to look around for the lock.
It's same place it's been. On the
Okay.
floor, under 5 inches of ale by the statue.
He's going to dip his hand into the piss and viscera sodden beer and put the key in the lock. I hope this is a good idea.
You turn it?
Yes,
All
he's
right.
going to turn it.
You turn it, you hear a click. Two things happen at once. A wave of magic washes out from the statue, dispersing all ill effects. Everyone is back to their normal race, size, what have you. The beer is gone. Your bladder will be full at the start of next game for all the drinking you did. And at the same time, the floor vanishes. And you all begin to plummet. And that is where our adventure leaves off for this round. But fear not, for there are more than one parts to every Authors and Dragons episode. Normally, we do a question and answer portion from facebook.com/Authors and Dragons, where we also do a live blog. We're on the podcast, so I still have to do it. But today, since we're at a live convention, we're going to be taking questions from you. And make it good, because there is going to be a prize for the person who the audience feels asked the most interesting and fun question. So, show of hands, throw them up. Questions, comment, fun
Make 'em
things.
good,
Oh, we're
we're
going to
drunk.
die here, aren't we? Yeah. You can also ask about things that are not related to just the game if you have authoring
If
questions.
you want to ask, what the fuck was that?
Yeah,
We might not have a good answer for that.
we do not.
Yes, ma'am.
Rachel.
No, I was gonna say,
What?
so when you were the sheep and you were the ram, did you feel any unrequited feelings, or was it purely professional? How did you get through this crisis?
It's a well-documented fact that Brandon Master observes a vow of celibacy. Not for his own good, but for the good of everyone else. Even as a ram, you know, it's just going to ruin you for everyone else. So, no, there was no... He always maintained that level of respectability.
Even as
Yeah. Even though
Bjorg-
Bjorg.
Bjorg does not discuss his sexuality, sheep-related or otherwise.
Oh. That's a bad idea.
So no one was a bad boy.
No.
No. Well, I mean Fandango.
I mean, Fandango did-
Fandango. Definitely Fandango.
I mean, Fandango did try to fuck Silas.
Yeah. Also, swinging the cat around, probably not the nicest thing in the world, but he did attack your familiar, so
Yes.
that's a wash in terms of karma.
And Brandon Bymaster attacked me.
Your feelings are like, I think, unnaturally hurt by this. You were doing terrible things.
I was making it rain fucking beer.
You were trying to make it rain piss.
Doesn't matter who was trying, it matters what he succeeded in doing.
Then it doesn't matter that I tried to horse fuck Silas.
What matters is you got an arrow in the dick.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, God.
Arrow and Fandango's dead.
That's a good question.
No, because that's an effect that I've probably worked like 3 fucking times since then.
Yeah, but it was a real
But is there a scar?
And
Evens
is
are
Fandango
odds,
half elf again?
Fandango. Evens are odds.
God damn it. Evens.
Is he a half elf again?
Yes.
Okay.
Odds! So, your penis is still fine, it's still functional, but there is now a scar across the tip. So it looks like an X instead. You got the actual opening, and then you got the scar.
But now your dick is X for extreme.
You have the Mountain Dew of cocks. We might have broken track.
I thought that's what was going to happen. I would turn it into an animal and tried to fuck Silas a long time ago.
The Mountain Dew of cocks.
Discern that.
Hardcore motherfuckers.
That is our next t-shirt. Keep an eye out for that one at orphandragons.com.
If it was raining piss instead of ale, how many times would you have put the mug back on the hand?
I probably would have just kept going with that because, watching them get pissed on is fun.
I'm going to do a follow-up to that, Bevan. Knowing how much you like to have your bladder weapon in play, would you still have tried to refill?
Oh.
Oh.
No, that's pretty easy. I don't think I would want to drink my own piss.
We have found the line.
Yeah.
It's taken 2 years.
He said he wouldn't drink
His piss. Also, yeah, who said it was going to be your piss?
Or magic piss. I don't know. I'm not gonna make this decision right now. I've been drinking.
This is very philosophical.
Tune in for a future episode.
This is Dragons. It's a 2-hour discussion about the merits of drinking magic piss. Well, Fandango, I think you got a new spell, buddy.
Purify water, motherfuckers.
Oh, I wouldn't call what's going to come out of that pure.
Alright, what was your question?
We know there are sins of the mission. Would it be safe to say that the Officers and Dragons need to stay together because of virtues of the mission? I didn't drink with my horse cock. Your familiar didn't quite die.
I think it's definitely safe to say that Authors and Dragons is both driven by and held together by the incredible amount of failure that fucking happens.
Bjorg is on a quest to learn more about life and existence and to see the world outside his homeland, and this is really an experience that cannot be replicated with any other companions. Plus, these are the only, when I finish the Bjorg story, you'll realize that these are the only companions he has that have survived.
I almost forgot. As you asked the question, come get an Authors and Dragons koozie. We have these at cons. They're special, and they are only for, have you asked a question?
He did,
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
I wasn't keeping track of things.
Yes, it's got a question.
All right.
He's the reason I have a scarred dick.
And ever,
Yeah. Take another.
and ever after it comes, he goes, "You."
Can we have fanfic for the Ram this time?
Technically, you can fanfic anything.
You can write it.
We can't stop you.
I'd be some-
There you go.
You know what?
You know, Authors and Dragons.
So
thing.
one of my, I gotta be honest here. One of my career milestones has always been someone writes fanfic of my characters, but I never imagined that it would be my barbarian having sheep sex with Steve's character.
It's the fanfic you deserve.
Yeah, but now,
I'm not gonna argue that.
Yeah.
now we can all imagine it, and I like to think we're all a bit closer now.
Bonded by this experience.
But not as too close as you two.
Yeah. Years later.
I called him a fuck last night. That brought us closer.
Years later, people will ask you, "Oh, you were at that Dungeons and Dragons or Authors and Dragons show," and you'll get that 1,000-yard stare. Yeah, I was part of that.
Ghost involved.
I really want to know what would the other items have turned into?
Randomized things. Actually, this is fun. The scorpion was the only one that turned into a key.
I knew it!
I've used scorpions at every live game in some manner or another, and kudos to Steve. He was the one who saw that I was going that way.
Yeah.
Cheers, man.
My oblivious innocence.
Yeah.
Once again.
So I had a little random table of like, maybe it's a live badger, or maybe it's a bomb.
Maybe it's a bomb.
Maybe it's both.
Is there a difference between a live badger and a bomb?
Badger bomb.
Oh, God.
It depends.
Did I just invent a new spell?
Badger bomb and the penis back.
If you're an angry terrier, then no.
Sounds like a wonderful detective crossing for a Frank
So,
Sancho.
I really noticed that you guys went straight Lord of the Flies. The slightest thing went wrong. Other than trying to drown everyone in piss or ale, depending on your point of view, why did you all attack each other with your penises and rams and everything?
He turned me into a sheep!
He was going to drown us with ale.
Have you heard this show before?
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, like, as far as Arrow of the Gods is concerned, pretty much just fuck clouds.
Oh yeah, that's way different than how he felt an hour ago.
In Bjork's case, this was a matter of sheer indignity.
Oh, fuck you. That took me a second.
Wait, did you say fuck you?
There's not enough alcohol.
All right, next question.
Next victim, who you got? What you got?
Don't be shy.
You've listened to the podcast. You know we'll answer almost any stupid fucking question.
Alright, so clearly if horse was an option for Fandango, is there any other animal that the rest of you could have turned into that you would have been happy with and not wanted to change from?
Bear!
I think Brandon Firemaster.
Mother Killer, I believe, based on your backstory.
That does not rule out motherfucker.
Especially not if you're a bear.
I should not have said that.
God damn, Joe.
What the fuck, Joe? You're the moral core.
See how that works?
God damn it!
Yeah, kiss our ass, restaurant people.
One moral compass. Gone.
Yep.
It's only taken us 2 years.
Was one a squid?
Squid, I did not think to put on there, but Weasel was in play. Someone could have been another Weasel and like talked to Ron Weasley Jeremy.
Could he have fucked himself?
Horse is 9. How is Weasel below that?
I like how the assumption was that 10 was ourselves.
No, 10 was human.
Oh.
That's why the name got changed.
Yeah, there wasn't an 11. I couldn't get to half elf.
Oh.
Racist.
No, that's
We
fair.
were only rolling a d10. We needed a d12.
Spike!
Oh man, you need to roll a save for that bird.
Fendigo cast Fireball on the audience.
No, they just had to listen to us. That was it.
Fuck that guy.
Tough crowd.
Wait. Looks like you're about as effective as you normally are in battle.
Next question.
I think the undercurrent answer to that last question was because they all hate each other. Yeah.
Or we all hate ourselves and we just extrapolate from there.
Also possible.
Okay, let's say you had to re-roll. Start over. What character do you go for versus what you have?
I'm a fucking rock star that throws fireballs. I am the entirety of Kiss. There's nothing that I would change about this shit.
I'm Fendingo the Second.
Yeah. Fendingo Deluxe.
I'm Brandon Thigh-Master.
No, you're stand-in, Thigh-Master.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm Kuzes, yeah.
That was for all of us, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's all of you guys. That's why I'm throwing these Kuzes.
I love Bjork dearly. I suppose if I had to create another character, it would be a fighter named Rock Blesner.
Obviously.
Well, you had a good back. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, my standby has always been Jorcerer the Sorcerer.
Wait, what?
Jorcerer the Sorcerer!
What part of that though do you understand?
It's very self-explanatory.
I always favored that fighter we were talking about a while back that put everything into charisma with strength as a dump stat.
Yeah, I had a backup character ready to go. It would have been Stan Dandyliver, professional highwayman and folk hero. So still a dick.
Still none of us have said cleric.
You have to care about other
Not
people.
make Cruci hate us after a year and a half.
He did not want to save us, and I don't blame him. So.
I mean, you guys were kind of dicks most of the time.
You say were as though it were past tense.
Yeah. He was the only one who was actually nice to Cloak Boy.
So obviously his ass had to go.
All right, next one.
True.
Hang on, way in the back we got somebody. I'm GM. I don't get to reroll.
No, he would just pick a different podcast to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be on Critical Role.
Yeah.
Question
How many
back there.
listeners? That. Sorry, go in the back.
Convince you guys to get sound people to help.
You people, you pay for it.
Our Patreon funded. That is the honest truth. We basically our Patreon is just a tool we use to make the podcast better. We don't really take any of it. We funnel it all back in. For example, our last one we hit was we have an extra comic page up on the Patreon every month. We do the mimic chests, and right now I think our next goal is if you guys listen to the podcast, you might have heard we did some side quest samples in April. Long term, we would like to go weekly, but we can't do a game every week. That's just too much. It's not going to work out time wise. But we can do side quests. So, again, Patreon. We will go weekly when we have enough people who want it to happen. That is one that side quests will be general available. They won't be locked on the Patreon like the Mimic Chest. That's one that's going to benefit all listeners. Boy, that was a very serious question. Ask us something stupid now. It's more up our alley.
Next question.
Anyone?
Steve, talk about what you do again.
No.
What was the question?
Would you do Taco Bell?
Oh.
Actually, Steve, why don't you treat the live guest? Give your impressions of the Taco Bell first experience today.
I've actually videotaped it, so you guys can watch me experience it real time.
It's not over.
But no, it takes.
Oh, that's what you think.
Yeah.
I would hope so, because I am several pounds lighter. But no, it tastes like, I guess, if you didn't have beef and you only had a cat. And, hey now. And kind of like the cat meat wasn't particularly fresh.
Cat meat, elf penis.
And he wrapped it in something that was supposed to be crunchy, but for some reason was wet.
So elk penis still.
Then, yeah, it was
getting real.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you can watch me. You can watch me suffer real time. So.
What did you have?
Oh.
The list is up on the page.
Yeah, it's Authors and Dragons, or Facebook.com/Authors and Dragons. We all got to pick one thing to make him try.
The trouble is, they put this thing in a bag and they left it for an hour, and it was really intense. It kind of like morphed into its packaging.
He left it for an hour because he didn't come back for an hour.
I wasn't sure what
And there
was
were
real.
also 3 soft tacos that were supposed to be my lunch, but I had panels and forgot about it. So I don't know if he ate those too, or if they're just still somewhere congealed under his table.
You cannot let Taco Bell.
Oh, you can't let Taco Bell sit for 10 minutes. What are you kidding? I had a lukewarm cheesy gordita crunch, and it was the worst.
Well, it's been a cultural experience for me to come over here and learn what I can and can't do with Taco Bell. You know, I've learned the hard way, but hopefully in an entertaining manner. So.
You can eat Taco Bell, you just can't keep Taco Bell.
As a GM, other than the fact that your players do it for you, what is the one thing that you went, ooh, I could really get them with this, and went, nah, too much.
Yeah, I can't say I've had that experience with this group. Again, it's sort of just turn them loose and let them Lord of the Flies themselves.
I mean, to be fair, these guys fucked a tree until it destroyed an island.
Yep.
Was that
Yeah, no.
Emily? Thank you. All right.
Yeah, for the record, not these guys.
Steve.
The celibate one. Fucked a tree until it sank an island.
I'm not sure if it's counts if it's a tree, but this is a discussion. It's an ongoing discussion.
Tree's a living thing.
World,
He
yeah.
did not fuck it. He jerked off the tree.
That is an important distinction to make. I don't know how that affects the valve cell.
Yeah, things don't always go wrong in the exact way you saw today, but they always go pretty wrong. Thank God.
Yeah.
Because honestly, without it, it'd be a pretty boring podcast.
We do suck a lot.
You do. All right, let's do. Do we have any more? If we're gonna go down to probably last 3.
Well, way back in the back.
Hey,
Hey.
anyway, I was going to ask, you did a wrestling thing. Is there any other kind of
Bob.
that you would do other than wrestling?
Oh, like a themed island?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. There's a bunch.
Repeat the question so that
Oh.
the microphone can hear.
Fair enough. So the question was, we did a wrestling-themed island a while back. Sorry. And would we do a different themed island? So I guess that's mostly for me because I get to build the islands.
Well, I mean, are you asking about specifically homoerotic themes or just general themes?
Just general.
Okay. She's a romance writer. It's a valid question.
Oh, if I
was wondering if this would be a burlesque island.
If I had the time and energy, I would love to track you sons of bitches on a musical island where you have to sing everything.
I accept the challenge.
Make it so.
You have two community theater exile motherfuckers on here.
Yeah.
It's gonna get bad. Oh.
You know, I was busy that week.
Fantasy.
You think the axe arc was long?
When you're in a dick, you're in a dick.
When you're a dick all the way. To your last dying day.
When you're a cat in a dick.
That's just Saturday.
Indeed. All right, we can do 2 more. If we have 2 more. Nope. Oh,
Got one.
Got one.
Yeah, I am. I have.
So if you heard that question, can you
Oh,
repeat?
yeah, sure, yeah. It was, am I planning on doing a shingles book? And the answer is yes, I am. I've been super busy, so I haven't been able to dial down to it yet. But the working title for it is The Telltale Fart.
We will make Joe evil. Oh yes, we will make Joe evil.
Bit by bit. Bit by bit.
Yeah, if there's anything close to a real paladin on the podcast, it's Joe. So corrupting him is our mission statement.
All right. I can't really think of a better way to dovetail into where we're going. Rick, this was you, man. You put this together. You want to take it away?
Say what?
The giveaway.
Okay. Well, all right. Let guys ask questions. There's some good ones out there. I know I kind of have a favorite, but this here is the only print proof in existence of the book that came out yesterday, The Legend of Jimmy Headshot. So we want to not only give an autographed copy of this to the winner, but we want to take the other Shingles books that are here, sign them, and give you a copy of that.
I didn't bring one.
That's okay. I saw 2 Bevan. You'll have to come downstairs tomorrow and get one from me and Bevan.
Hence why I said give you the Shingle books that are here.
I mean, I can run down right now.
That's true.
Do you want me to go grab
grab one of mine. It's on the rack.
This too. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Also, usually when we do this at the hour mark, there's a piss break. Now, some motherfuckers wear wireless headsets, so they can just piss mid-game.
We have heard some really disturbing things.
No, some of the rest of us do not.
Say what?
And we're maybe occasionally bouncing up and down in our goddamn office chairs, waiting for the piss break.
To be fair, I also use a wireless headset, but I think the more amazing thing is that I have to mute, but apparently Bevan for a while was just able to piss right in the bushes near his house.
Well,
keep on going.
He literally goes outside and pisses in the bushes.
Yeah.
It's quieter.
You know what? The man found a solution and it worked. I'm leaving it to you, man. This was your baby. You get to run it. Let's nominate some questions that we really liked. We thought they got good answers, and then we're gonna let the audience decide who deserves a full set, the first, actually, full set of shingles. For now.
I think we should call it a case of shingles, though.
Oh, that's
good. Comedy writer, motherfucker. Don't try to do that.
I actually have to run and piss as well.
Actually, so the fun thing is this is going to be the part of Shingles Volume 1, which is going to be released on audiobook in a few months. So if you're a Shingles
From Cantor Media, who showed the horrible judgment in buying these books before they could read them.
I literally emailed them back, are you sure? you know what you're biting off here, right?
Don't phrase it like that.
Don't tell me how to party. Rick, you said you had one in mind.
Yes. We got a lot of funny questions, mostly about things that we would do to each other in ram form or in dick bags. But I don't know what your name is, but you had a serious question that you actually forced us to answer for real.
You monster.
Yes.
What have you done?
So we're going for the outlier. Is that what you're saying?
Something. Sometimes you gotta do the ironic choice. You asked a serious question, so you get a case of shingles.
Or is there still an arrow in his dick?
There's a point there. That is the most on.
Oh, we're doing multiple nominations. In fact, I'll take Arrow in the Dick.
Arrow in the dick is pretty.
Arrow in the Dick was great. I'll kick that up. I'll use my nomination for that one.
We're gonna nominate, and then you guys are gonna choose by whoever cheers the loudest.
So, John, did you have one you liked?
The one talking about my dick.
All right, that's a double dick. That's 2 dicks.
If it's referencing my genitalia, it's my favorite.
I actually like the one who asked if there were any animals they would stay as, because I feel like we learned a little bit about people.
I'm gonna nominate the question about Brandon and Bjorg sheep fanfic sex. Nominating that one.
Fanfic fucking. That is a solid. All right, we're going to throw it all to you, the audience. You decide who deserves something fun.
Right.
We're just going to go one by one. John, throw out your one and see how loud they cheer.
Does he still have an arrow? Does he still have an arrow in his dick?
That's a good one. That's substantial.
My dick, yeah.
Real question, whatever it is, because I forget by now.
Not as big a cheer as my dick.
Yeah, it was close, but I can't believe it. Fandango's dick got more of a reaction. All right.
Blue hero, bitches.
What animal would you choose to live as? Oh wow, the people did not care for that one. I was the only one who liked that one.
Fucks are given.
You know what? Whoever asked that, take an extra koozie. I liked it. Fuck these people.
Good GM in there, Drew.
Did Bjorg and Brandon in sheep form ever think about fucking each other?
I think fanfic fucking has it.
I think we get a runoff.
Runoff? All right, runoff. We're gonna do
Fandingo's
stand up when it's yours.
Stand.
All right.
Fandingo's dick versus sheep fucking.
All right. Go ahead, stand.
Fandingo's dick.
Sheep fucking!
Sheep fucking has it.
Rachel, you go home with shingles.
Woo!
You're telling me I'm not shingles
That
for
is
sheep
very
fucking?
disturbing.
I forgot we were in goddamn North Carolina. Sheep fucking is always gonna win out over
So we closing out?
North Carolina.
Well, real quick, we got a few minutes. Everybody, if you have anything tomorrow you want to plug, go ahead while we sign books. If you asked a question and didn't get a koozie, please come get one. I have plenty, but I didn't want to chuck them wildly through the crowd.
I'll start.
Okay.
I have to run and pee, so.
Do it.
Okay, so I'm going to be downstairs in Chunkin tomorrow selling books. I have only 7 copies of my sequel, Dragon Road, left. I've got something
He has
like
6 copies of Dragon Road left. 'Cause one of those is mine, motherfucker.
Oh, okay, well. So I got some copies of Dragon Road left. I got a couple of copies of Skyfarer left. Come and pick them up so that I don't have to carry them home.
I'm going to be in Author's Alley some tomorrow, and then at 1 I have cereals. They're not just Captain Crunch anymore. So if you've ever been curious about the world of web cereals, I actually can't talk a shitload on that one. I can talk a shitload about anything, but that one I'll actually know a little bit.
I'll be down at Author's Alley. Please do come buy some books. I'd just like to say that I walked back in just as all of you all were shouting sheep fucking, and I love you guys.
I will also be down in Author's Alley tomorrow morning, and yeah.
I probably won't be in Author's Alley because I have 3 hours straight in Walden with panels. So from 9 to 12, pop in there, say hi.
I'll be in Walden for one of those hours with Rick for following trends or creating them at 10 o'clock. And then me and apparently everybody else I've talked to this afternoon will be on the cereals panel at 1 o'clock.
You read cereals?
No.
Okay.
I mean, kinda.
I was looking. I didn't know
I
that.
might blow it off. But I'll be in Author's Alley when I'm not trying to do panels, so come buy my shit.
There you go. If we owe you some swag, please come up and get it. Otherwise, thank you so much for coming out. We love you, Charlotte. We have been Authors of Dragons.
Authors and Dragons is brought to you under a Creative Commons license, meaning you are free to share this material so long as credit is given to those who created it, which is us, the people you just heard play the game. Opening and closing themes performed by the Gore Core 4.